Hello and welcome. Today you have access to a couple unique voluntary benefits. I am Jamie with Identity Theft Consultants, and we are the broker that handles your legal and identity theft benefits. Okay, so you should all hopefully have a digital copy of this or a physical copy of the placemat brochure that goes over both the benefits. The first benefit I'm going to talk to you is the bottom portion piece of the placemat brochure, identity theft. I think we're all aware of what's going on with identity theft. It's a horrific crime. Continues to not stop, and it's not going to stop. The biggest piece is really making sure that if you're going to spend your hard-earned money on something, that it's going to do something for you. So if you hear me say nothing else at all, this third bullet point down is very huge, is the full identity theft restoration. So in the event any of this happens to you or your family, you're going to have an investigator there to go put your life back together. It's simply not just a monitoring plan, it's the restoration. Just like we all monitor our homes with fire prevention, with a smoke alarm, we monitor, right, our home, but we also have homeowners insurance in the case something happens. We're going to have something there to put our home back together. This is just like identity theft coverage. We don't just monitor, we do that, but we also are there to put your life back together in the event the horrific crime happens. We all are very aware of the credit. In the event somebody opens credit cards in your name, you're going to have an investigator there to take that over and go fix that issue for you. We're all aware of, somebody getting into our bank accounts and money being taken. That's one form of it. We're very aware that yes, that can be fixed with the bank, working with your bank and such. But the biggest piece is if somebody's going and they're opening credit cards, or they're driving in your name, or they're having medical procedures done in your name, or they're working in your name, they're filing taxes in your name, those can really alter your life, and that's where you're really going to want an investigator there to go put your life back together. Yes, do we do monitoring? You can monitor all sorts of stuff with this plan. You can see the program below, what it all monitors. I don't want to get into detail to really keep this short. But it's the biggest piece, again, is the restoration. If you hear me say nothing else at all, it's restoring your identity back to pre-theft status. We have all the bullet points that you can go through, what we all do, 24/7 access for emergency situations, and countless other features. You can get it individually, or you can get it on the family side. See your brochure of which deduction you have, whether it's 26, 24, 52 deductions. And yeah, for peace of mind, put a fence of protection around your family. Next plan I want to talk to you about is the legal access plan. Having access to the legal system without getting a bill in the mail. Huge, huge peace of mind. Preventative legal care. Being able to call an attorney and not have to worry about getting a bill in the mail can be huge value to your family. Knowing what you can do, what you can't do with the legal system. Being able to call an attorney for whether it's family issues, whether it's, dealing with a landlord-tenant issue, countless issues, can be extremely expensive. Having documents reviewed, we know attorneys at $200 to $500 an hour can be very, very expensive, and this having the ability to call them and not worry about getting a bill in the mail, huge peace of mind. As I said, toll-free consultation, be able to call an attorney. I don't care if you call them 4 or 5 times this week, you're not going to get a bill in the mail as long as it's on different issues. And knowing what your legal rights are. 24/7 access for emergency situations. Letters and phone calls. Having an attorney write a letter on your behalf can really give you the peace of mind to really give you the power back, as I say, to your family. I had a few months ago had a client of ours. His son is going to be attending Winona State University, a college. They went down, found a home. Next thing you know, they're getting a lease agreement, and he comes home and calls the law firm, says, hey, can you review this lease agreement? The attorneys review the lease agreement for him. Next thing you know, the attorney's calling him and saying, hey, you realize this is an illegal lease. He goes, no, I had no clue. Would you like me to redline it? He redlines the document for him, sends it back, calls the landlord. The landlord proceeds to tell him, I've been using this lease for 10 years and have never had an issue. So now think of that. How many times do we sign something and we don't even know what we're signing? He would have signed that lease, even though in the state of Minnesota, that's an illegal lease. It's a legal binding contract once you sign that. Know what you're signing before you sign a document. And all that peace of mind, having them documents reviewed, not going to cost you as long as they're 10 pages or less. Access to all kinds of legal forms. If you're buying, selling, leasing something, having them documents on hand, we have access to a whole online portal of documents for you. Having an attorney write a letter on your behalf. You get in a situation, I had a cell phone issue, I was able to have the law firm write a letter for me. Next thing I know, I'm getting called from my cell phone provider, and I'm getting a free cell phone bill for the month because it was a situation that I was getting strong-armed to pay because they said I was in Canada, which I wasn't in Canada. And the next thing I know, they're telling me, oh yeah, you get access free for your month because you've been a long-standing customer. But without having the attorneys review that document, I would not have been able to, I would have had to pay it because they were either going to turn me over to debt collectors and cancel my cell phone service, which neither was, I thought, was a great idea. But having that access, I was able to call the law firm. Access to legal forms, as I said, a huge one, a will, a healthcare directive, and a power of attorney, all included right up front for you and your family, for you and your spouse. Put that peace of mind. It's the last love letter to your family. Again, at no cost. If you use it for nothing more than this plan, you're going to have several years of this service paid for. Put it in place. I've been, I lost my dad a few months ago, and having that in place just is a key piece. Motor vehicle coverage. You get a traffic violation, you can send it in to the law firm and see what your legal rights are. If other things happen, there's all kinds of coverage in there. Falling asleep at the wheel and different things of that nature. Huge coverage. Lawsuit and IRS audit protection, you find yourself being sued or you find Uncle Sam wanting to make sure you paid enough, you have access as well. Family coverage, just as the identity theft, dependent kids, as long as they're dependent upon you, going to college full-time, living at home, dependent kids up to the age of 26 are covered, just like on your health insurance. And then there's a 25% discount for things that we can't protect you from. You're out doing illegal things. You're going to get access to the legal system. You're going to be able to call attorneys, get some questions answered, but they're not going to, it's going to fall under a 25% discount. Again, just like the identity theft, in this lower right-hand corner, the legal plan and the family plan, you can see the rates, whether depending on what it is. But I will tell you, if you bundle both the plans on the family side, you get it at a really decent discount and put a full fence of protection around your family. So if you choose to enroll in either of the benefits, the legal or the identity theft benefit, you also have access to a member perks, which I highly encourage you to use. There's discounts on cell phones, going out to the movies, hotels, airfare, a whole assortment, going out to eat. You can save the cost of your plan just on the utilization of this as long as you use it. You can get access to this member perks through either the legal app or the ID Shield app. You can, either of the apps, you have access to the member perks. Highly encourage, like I said, to use this just in your everyday life. So now, enrolling, very simple process for you, those of you that are doing it online. You just have to choose whether you want the legal plan, the identity theft plan, or both plans. Very simple for you guys. For those of you that have a packet or that you got an electronic packet and you fill out the form, very simple access. Whether it's this one-page application or it's a two-page application, very similar. You just have to choose what you want, individually or family, of either of the plans or both, a combination of both. Today's date, only need the last 4 of your social. It would be your information as the main member. Your co-applicant would be your spouse. Their information, your information. Dependents would be any children that are going to be covered on the plan. And then I'm going to need 2 signatures, one for us and then one for your HR payroll representative. Fill out that information, what your deduction amount is going to be for your payroll, we'll know that way too is what you're enrolling in. But very simple, get this form turned in to your HR by end of your deadline or when it's due, and we'll get you set up and rolling. I look forward to putting peace of mind around your fence of protection around your family. And if you do need anything, do not hesitate to give our office a call. Our number should be up in the upper right hand corner of this placemat brochure, and the email as well. So thank you. Look forward to putting this protection around you and taking care of your family. Have a great day.